Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's BarberGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Well, I got a new coffee mug. Hang on. Great cup of coffee. Here, check out the mug first. Here it is right here. It says, but first, coffee. Yeah. And that came from my local Bob Evans restaurant. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about Bob Evans in just a moment. The coffee this morning is from another well-known restaurant chain, McDonald's. I got some McCafe premium roast right here, medium. Boy, this is terrific. It's a nice go-to, good, trusty, nice cup of coffee, and really, really flavorful. McDonald's, we all know it. We all love it. We've all sampled it over the years around the world, as a matter of fact. But the coffee mug comes from the Bob Evans restaurants. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, this restaurant chain originated in Ohio. If you're not aware of that, there is some information on their website regarding the Bob Evans restaurant chain. I was raised on their breakfast sausage. No kidding. They are known for their breakfast sausage. It is wonderful. Anyhow, what they write here on their website, Home of America's Farm Fresh, it all began in Rio Grande, Ohio, when Bob Evans opened a 4-stool, 6-table diner serving hot, home-style meals at an honest-to-goodness value. Over 70 years later, Bob Evans restaurants are now in 18 states and continue to be the home of America's Farm Fresh. Bob's original vision is still alive and well in every restaurant and at every guest table. Farm Fresh is who we are and who we've always been, because that's the way we do things down on the farm. That's their big advertising marketing slogan. Bob Evans, down on the farm. It's been like that for years, and it is really, really great food. So if you're ever on the road in any of those 18 states where Bob Evans has restaurants, and you need a breakfast, a lunch, or a deal, really, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and you'll get a deal, stop there. It is just a wonderful, wonderful restaurant. It really is. We've got one here locally in Chardon, and that's where I picked up the coffee mugs. As a matter of fact, I went in there to just get some takeout for dinner one night. I saw the mugs. I thought, oh, I got to have this. I got to have this mug. And it's a terrific mug, and it's a terrific cup of coffee. And as we like to say here on the show, let me get it up here again. A good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Oh, again, it's great to be with you here this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hey, if you're taking me on your morning commute, thanks so much for the lift. I really, really do appreciate it. We've got a great show this morning. Got a lot of great content. Some great comments and refill. Got some great stuff in new wet shaving gear. Going to revisit some other things we talked about, one of which is the polyoxybenzyl methyl glycolin hydride razor from Phoenix Shaving, otherwise known as the Bakelite razor, the Artifact Bakelite razor. Before cameras rolled, I had a shave with this. Wow, beautiful 3-pass shave. Absolutely love this razor. It is marvelous. And of course, as I've already showed you, it comes in this beautiful, beautiful case. Just a fantastic case. And again, 15 Strangelet razor blades. Boy, this is just really, this is in honor of their 10th anniversary of Phoenix Shaving being in business for 10 years. Really, really terrific. Also did a head shave too. And my go-to was the Supply SE single edge injector razor. Boy, this does a great job for head shaves. I absolutely love it for head shaves. I like it for face shaves as well, but I use it for a head shave this time around. Absolutely fantastic. And we'll also talk about this also, Blue Samhain. This is what I used, Blue Samhain. What a great scent for the fall. Absolutely fantastic. So we'll talk about that a little bit too. So man, we got a lot of great stuff to talk about. But you know what? Before we get to all that, let's kick this show off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Okay, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Brian Diltz, and he writes, Mark, good morning. New to wet shaving and thoroughly enjoy your videos. Oh, thanks very much for mentioning that, Brian. I certainly do appreciate it. I have a shave hack that I would like to share. I think it's not new and I'm just late to the party. I was going to go out and buy a jar to dispose of my old blades. But as I was finishing up using my Parasso pre-shave, I had an epiphany. I should use this jar for my old blades. So that's what I did. Works great and costs me nothing. Again, I am sure this idea is not new. Take care and have a great day there. Respectfully, Brian. Brian, I think that's a great tip. It may not be a new tip, but it's a great reminder to everybody how we can repurpose some of the stuff, some of the shaving gear that we have in our shave dens. Now, here's my Parasso pre-shave jar. I never got rid of it because I want to repurpose it for something. And as a blade bank is a great idea. And, you know, I ran out of Parasso pre-shave and I kind of cleaned it up and that sort of thing. And yeah, that's a fantastic, fantastic idea. You can also make a new label if you want to and wrap it around the Parasso label and label it old blades, that sort of thing. Now, this is their old style jar. They have a new style jar that I think will work just as well. But I kind of like this one. It's rather basic and it's a nice size for old razor blades. And yeah, it's a great tip, Brian. It really, really is. Really, really fantastic, fantastic tip. And a good reminder. If it's been floating around out there, it's a great reminder, but it's still a great tip. So thanks for sharing it with all of us. And to say thank you, for you and only you, here it is, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just email me a shaving tip. Email that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it on the morning shaving tip segment of the Monday morning mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. All right. So thanks again for the shaving tip, Brian. Really do appreciate it. Okay, we have an extra shaving tip this morning, and it comes from viewer Miguel Montesino. And Miguel writes, "Hello, Mark. Greetings from New Jersey. Another great Monday morning mailbag." Thanks very much, Miguel. I sure do appreciate that. Some time ago, I purchased Cella's traditional almond shaving cream in the red plastic tub. Some reviews mentioned some irritation after use, likely due to a compound contained in the product. When I first used the product, I did experience some irritation from product use. I was disappointed since it was such a good product, so I conducted a small experiment. After letting the product breathe in a well-ventilated area with the top off for 1 full month, I decided to try the product again. Surprisingly, I suffered absolutely no irritation upon use. Now it is in my frequent rotation. Perhaps this may help some of your viewers who have encountered a similar problem. However, as with everything, your mileage may vary. Thank you very much for your time. Sincerely, Miguel Montesino. Hey, Miguel, that's a really, really good shaving tip. That really is letting this product breathe a little bit. You know, it reminds me of the Arco tip. It's kind of similar to the Arco tip. Arco in the tub or actually as a shaving stick. The scent is not really agreeable to some wet shavers. I don't mind it too much, but some wet shavers find the scent of the Arco to be off-putting, so they will open it up and they'll let this breathe for quite some time so the scent dissipates, because it does make a great lather. It's absolutely wonderful. And the Cella is terrific. I haven't experienced that irritation problem, but if you out there have experienced a slight irritation from using the Cella almond in the red tub, hey, you know what? Give Miguel's tip a try. Just open it up, let it breathe out, let it breathe. Open it up and let it breathe for a while, and see if that helps. Just go for a good month and see what happens. That may very well fix the problem for you. There's one other option in that Cella also makes a non-tallow formula. This is their vegan formula in the bluish green aqua. Well, actually, how's it photographing there? Photographs blue there is what I'm seeing here, but it's actually more green. Anyhow, it's known as Cella Green instead of Cella Red. And it's vegan, it's non-tallow, so maybe this formula won't have the compound that causes irritation. You could always try that. This makes a wonderful lather as well, and it has a wonderful, wonderful aloe fresh kind of scent. So I like them both, but Miguel, really great tip. There you go, folks. If you're using the Cella almond in the red tub and you're getting a little irritation, open it up, let it breathe for a while, and then try it again down the road. Thanks again, Miguel. Really do appreciate it. Well, just wanted to remind you once more, as I do just about every week, that the Monday Morning Mailbag is available as a podcast. And it's available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. So get up to your favorite streaming service and just search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and it should come right up. If you see George, you know you're in the right spot. And not only will you get the episodes of the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form, but you'll also get the second show that we do, the Second Cup podcast as well. So both of those shows are up there on the Monday Morning Mailbag and more podcast. Just get up to Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and simply search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more. Thanks again. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Okay, I sure hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. As we like to say, once again, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug, let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Yeah, just great to be with you this morning. A great cup of coffee. Hope you had a wonderful morning shave. Man, I had a great shave before cameras rolled. Both face shave and head shave, absolutely fantastic. And again, I hope you have a nice hot cup of coffee with me this morning. Again, if you're taking me on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. Really, really do appreciate it. And maybe you're listening to me on the road via the podcast. Thanks very, very much. I really appreciate that. We got some great refill topics here and some great comments. Let's kick it off with something from viewer Robert Ross. He is once again telling us of his method of how he doesn't rinse in between shave passes. Now, I always rinse after a shave pass, and Robert was saying he does not. And he wrote here, I was assuming here, before I get to it, I was assuming that he bowl lathered. And I can't remember how I came up with that, but he confirms that. You're correct, Mark. I bowl lather and wipe away the lather with my hand in between passes to retain slickness rather than rinsing my face. Of course, when I am all finished with my shave, I rinse in cold water. I find cold water reduces irritation. Cheers. Yeah, again, cold water is great. Some of us do a complete cold water shave. Others of us do a warm shave, but a cold razor. I always finish up with a cold water rinse, a warm water rinse, and then a cold water rinse. And of course, I rinse in between shave passes, but I may use your method of just moving that lather around in between passes, Robert. I think that might be a strategy that I might embrace. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Uncle L Shaves wrote, "Great Monday morning mailbag, George. full of helpful hints and information." Now, I gotta laugh. I think he's thinking of my cartoon character, George, and he probably is thinking Mark and typing George. That's okay. Either way, George or Mark, doesn't matter. I've had many, many people call me George because of the character. That's okay. Anyhow, he continues, "The main tip of using Col Conk glycerin shaving soap as a pre-shave is a great one. In addition, glycerin-based bar soap can be used for the same purpose." I think we've talked about certain glycerin bar soaps before in the past. Thanks for the reminder on this, Uncle L Shaves. Really do appreciate it. Actually, just like PAA Pre-Shave Cube can be used to shave with, any shave soap or cream could be used as a pre-shave, which is my preferred choice, as I have heaps of soaps and creams that otherwise would not get used, as I have moved on soap-wise. That's another really, really good tip. And I know that I've used Cremo as a pre-shave, or Cremo as a pre-shave, as others have, and using perhaps another kind of shave soap as a pre-shave, not a bad idea at all. I mean, we're doing it with the, it was suggested that we do it with the Col Conk glycerin soap. Yeah, it makes good sense. I also prefer not to rinse between passes and actually spread the leftover face lather around the face as sort of a pre-shave for the next pass and splash a small amount of water over the top, or you could use a spray bottle. Keep the great content coming, George. Again, probably meant Mark, but that's okay. I don't mind at all. So yeah, so he's spreading the lather around and then putting a little bit of water on top of that, maybe with the spray bottle, or maybe just flicking it on, however you want to do it. Not a bad approach at all. Again, something I'm going to consider. And yeah, if you got a lot of shave soap and everything and you run out of pre-shave, hey, maybe try one of your shave soaps as a pre-shave. Not a bad idea at all. Viewer Bowtie RN wrote, great show. I love the idea of supporting Goodwill. You don't always have to shop new. I almost always use cold water to shave. If I do a 2-day shave, I can feel the snap you refer to when hair is cut. When I shave every day, I can only feel the snap on my neck. When I use warm water to shave, it does seem the hair is softer and there is less feedback. I love the feedback, so I prefer cold. Yeah, last week I mentioned cold water shaves and how I got this snapping sensation. And it's really kind of a neat sensation as the razor is cutting away the whisker. My guess is because of the cold water, the cold razor, everything's cold. The whisker is stiffer and more rigid, and you, at least I hear this snapping effect. I get this snapping effect, which is kind of neat. And yeah, the warm water makes sense that it would soften the whisker so it's not snapping, that sort of thing. Again, if you're doing the traditional wet shave and you're new to it, and you're doing a warm water shave, give a cold water shave a try. Give that a try. Just do everything cold, or you can break yourself into it slowly. Do a warm water lather, but cool down your razor. Try it that way first. Maybe ease into it. But yeah, I like the cold water shave. I really do. It's very, very good. It's very, very invigorating. I don't know if I'm going to do it in the winter months, though, to be perfectly honest with you. Maybe I will. We'll see. Jimmy V Photography checked in and he said, here's my Samhain shave. Love the candy corn theme. Hey, thanks very much for this photo, Jimmy. It's great. Again, we mentioned Blue Samhain from Phoenix Shaving. It's available again. Get up there and get it. This is an absolutely marvelous scent. This was the soap I used in my 2 shaves before cameras rolled. Love this. Love this scent. As does Jimmy, and that's an absolutely fantastic photo, Jimmy. Thanks very much for that. And he says, I'm about to settle down with a cup of coffee and watch the Monday morning mailbag. Have a great week, my friend, Jimmy. Jimmy, thanks very much. I really do appreciate that. You know what? This is something that was interesting. We mentioned razor blade care last week, and I recalled a video I saw from the 1940s. It was an animated video. Well, there were some animated sequences and some live action sequences. And they discussed how to transport a razor blade from the drugstore home safely. Because there was a tip that we got from, I believe it was Roderick McLeod, about how you should store your razor blades if you're opening and closing a drawer all the time and you have the razor blades in there. You should never store them on the blade edge, because that edge will rub against the paper wrapper and actually dull the blade. Same thing with this video. They were saying don't ever put it in your pocket where it's jostling around, because the blade edges will rub against the paper and will dull the blade. So, make sure it's secure somehow. I think in the video they recommended maybe putting inside of a small book or a little diary or something like that. Maybe your wallet, I can't remember, and then putting that in your pocket so the blade's not moving around. Anyhow, I mentioned, a long way to go, sorry. I mentioned that someone sent me the link to the video. I couldn't remember. Well, Mark Bagwell said that he originally sent it to me, and also Bill Murphy and Jamie Horn. I think at one time, each of these gentlemen did send me this link to this video. And, my thanks to each one of them for the heads up on this. Thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate it. They may have sent it all at the same time or at one time or another over the past few years. But my thanks to Mark Bagwell, Bill Murphy, and Jamie Horn for pointing out the video, because if someone sent it and I watched it, then I forgot about it, and someone sent it again, it reminded me of it again, and someone maybe sent it again after that, it reminded me, and we were able to talk about it. So thanks to all three of those gentlemen. I really do appreciate you sending along that link. Beth Jones checked in and she wrote, "Good afternoon, Mark, and happy Halloween." Well, she wrote this around Happy Halloween. Happy belated Halloween to you, Beth. Thanks very much. Like your coffee mugs. Those were the Halloween coffee mugs we featured last week on last week's Monday Morning Mailbag. Got them at Goodwill, as was mentioned in a previous comment by Bowtie RN. So Goodwill came through with some really, really nice coffee mugs. I also used the Merkur Super Platinum razor blades and did not know they were now being made in the Czech Republic. Yeah, we talked about these last week. A lot of wet shavers really, really like these Merkur Super Platinum razor blades. She continues, "I use them in my Henson AL13 Mild, and I find they are really smooth and make the Henson razor sing. Lots of good info today. Enjoy those 300 plus trick-or-treaters at your door tonight." Yeah. We usually get about 300 to 350 trick-or-treaters on Halloween. The development is just loaded with families and friends all getting together for Halloween. They have these little portable bonfire pits, and they bring in food, and everyone gets together, and all the trick-or-treaters are going up and down the street. It really is amazing. This year we had some rain, and that kind of put a damper on things, but we still got about 200 to 250 trick-or-treaters. No kidding. Now, I think it's closer to 250. Some of the neighbors said a little over 200. Well, you know what? I had 400 pieces of candy, and I had about 40 pieces left. So, you know what? I would say there were probably every bit of almost 250 trick-or-treaters this year. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And the weather was, other than that, the weather was really cooperative. It was a nice mild temperatures, and just some rain that was falling. Had to pull in the table into the garage and that sort of thing, rather than have it out in the open. And even though there was a little bit of a downpour, these trick-or-treaters they were out there going after that candy. So yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time, even though we had a little rain. It was still a good time, and we still had a great turnout. Mark Cohen wrote, "Speaking of spoons in the cup, same with things like iced tea. If you make fresh iced tea by pouring hot tea into a glass with ice, you can break the glass from the thermal shock. If you put a spoon in, the metal from the spoon pulls the heat away from the glass so that it won't break." Mark, thanks very much for this tip. Really, really do appreciate it. I talked about the spoon in a hot cup of coffee that my driving instructor from high school, Mr. John Hall, talked about. I've never forgotten that. I've used that tip throughout the years. And similar tip for iced tea, brewing fresh iced tea from hot to chilling it cold. So Mark, thanks very, very much for that. Really do appreciate it. Last week, we talked about getting a BBS result on the neck, and got some really nice suggestions here. Viewer 10 fluid ounce 30 minutes wrote, "For smooth and thorough shave results on the neck. Also use as many different directions of razor strokes as your neck can accept. Be sure to apply a thin coat of lather for any extra passes or retouches. Yeah, again, good protection, good prep probably comes into play here to get that nice BBS effect, nice BBS result on the neck. Absolutely. William Murphy wrote, "Hi Mark, great video, lots of good information. As far as getting a BBS shave on the neck, here is what works for me. Your mileage may vary. I use a Rockwell 6S or the 6C with the number 3 plate. I have both of these. The blade that works for me in these razors is the Gillette Wilkinson Sword Saloon Pack blades, the ones made in India, not China. I usually have to do a little touch-up after the third pass. When I feel my neck after I do my final rinse and apply the alum block and aftershave, I can still feel some stubble. However, after a half hour or so, I no longer feel the stubble. So just be patient and give it a little time after the shave and all should be good." Hey, William, thanks for confirming this because this was the tip that originally came from Steve the Daily Shaver, talking about feeling a little bit of stubble there and then waiting a little while after the shave, and that stubble it'll deplump. It'll throw off that extra little bit of water and it'll actually retract. And you'll get a smoother result. And as William says, probably about a half hour, maybe 15 to 30 minutes after your shave, you'll have that result. It's happened to me before. So anyone looking for that BBS result, as they say, don't try to find the BBS, let the BBS find you. And in so doing, you might just stumble on the BBS if you just, as he says, a little patient. And if you feel a little bit of stubble, stop your shave and go through your post-shave routine and then wait 15 minutes, 30 minutes and see what the result is. Yeah, thanks very much for confirming that, William. Really do appreciate that. James Sefton wrote, "Hey Mark, ever since I saw the review you did on the Parker 78, I knew I had to get one, and yesterday Amazon kindly delivered it, and this morning I used it. A mild and smooth razor, but very efficient. This will be my daily driver for the foreseeable future. Have a great day." Yeah, Jamie Horn acquired a 78R and recommended it to me. I looked at it and thought, wow, this is a really different razor from Parker's usual razors that they have out there. It's a really different design, really different look. And, my thanks again to Jamie Horn for bringing it to my attention. I purchased one and really it just delivers a phenomenal shave. As James says, mild and smooth, but very, very efficient. So if you're looking for a good razor, be a great starter razor also for a beginner wet shaver. The Parker 78R, fantastic. I'll make sure to have a link below for it. It really is a terrific razor. James Daigle wrote, "Awesome video as always, Mark." Hey, James, thanks very much. Very cool razor. Now he's talking about the Bakelite razor from Phoenix Shaving. Another fun fact about Bakelite, it was also used on electric guitars and gear from that era. Fender Musical Instruments used a lot of it on their guitar parts and amp knobs. Yeah, Bakelite was the first plastic invented. It was invented about 1907, patented in 1909, and used in a lot of different items and wet shaving gear. And James is saying it was also used in guitars, electric guitars. That's great to hear. Yeah, again, highly collectible. A lot of folks like to collect Bakelite items. And if you don't have a Bakelite razor, well, here's one. This is the Artifact. And again, I shaved with this before cameras rolled. It just gave me an awesome shave. It is a 3-piece razor. It's Bakelite with a gold-plated brass cap. It is lighter weight, but boy, you just let the razor do all the work and you get a really, really nice, wonderful shave. Open comb. Yeah, absolutely terrific razor. Really, really like it a lot. And again, Bakelite, so it's got that nostalgic, antique, vintage kind of vibe to it. Really, really very, very neat. And that wraps up this week's refill. My thanks to everyone who contributed. We'll do it again next week. Okay, it's time to check out some new wet shaving gear. Viewer Jamie Horn has been telling me about a very, very special shaving brush he ordered from Panta Rei all the way over there in Italy. And it finally arrived, and he wrote, "Hello, all you wonderful wet shavers out there. After about 4 months of waiting, I finally received my Panta Rei shaving brush from Palermo, Italy, located in the heart of Sicily, done in beautiful Italian art and boasting a 28mm knot. Each piece is made, built, and painted to order. If you check out their website, you will find that they offer many wonderful choices defining the Italian culture. After much time and consideration, I chose Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. Very stunning and well worth the wait. Thank you, Alessandro Pistoia, the owner of Panta Rei." Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous shaving brush, Jamie. Folks, I will have a link to the Panta Rei website where you can see this brush and many, many others up there. Really, this is a work of art, a really, really special, special shaving brush. And Jamie was apprising me of the whole process and where they were, and he was saying that their customer contact was wonderful. They were always updating him and letting him know where his shaving brush was in the process. Now, as well as the shaving brush, he also acquired some of their Vincent aftershave. And he very kindly sent me a bottle of it. Let me show it to you right here. Here it is, Vincent aftershave lotion from Panta Rei. This is an absolutely marvelous, marvelous scent. It is absolutely wonderful. This is something that will go with any shave soap. It impresses me that way. But it really, really is fantastic. Very, very distinct and unique. And again, check out the label, Vincent, again related to the Starry Night theme that Jamie enjoys. And again, I would say that the scent is as wonderful as the brush that Jamie showed us. It really is really, really a delightful, delightful scent. As they write on their product page, and again, this may have lost a little bit in the translation using Google Translator, but here's what I have. In olfactory continuity with its handmade soap, this alcoholic aftershave tones the skin stressed by shaving and gives it elasticity and softness. An exclusive Panta Rei fragrance produced in France by expert hands and lofty noses, considered a fragrance suitable for the winter or autumn season, but wearable throughout the year according to taste. The experienced opening shifts in the short in hints of tobacco and leather. On the whole, the fragrance is very complex and definable in a completely personal way, finding peculiar and iridescent nuances, a tribute to a great man and a great artist. So you kind of get that it loses a little bit in the translation, but you understand the gist of their message here, that it is very distinct and really a terrific, terrific scent. Perfect for the autumn and winter, wearable year-round. Absolutely agree with that 100%. My thanks to Jamie Horn for sending this along. We're going to review this. We're going to use this after several shaves, because it's marvelous. I have not used it yet. I've sampled the scent, and it's terrific. It is absolutely terrific. But I wanted to show it to you before I used it in a review. And again, my thanks to Jamie Horn for educating me about the Panta Rei shaving brushes and allowing me to share his Facebook comments and article on the Panta Rei shaving brush, and also sending along the Vincent. Well, it does kind of have a vintage look to it because it's Vincent van Gogh, sending along the Vincent aftershave. So thanks very much for this, Jamie. I really, really do appreciate it. Jamie Horn also sent along a couple of other really, really neat items. The first of which, he sent along some samples, some Parasso samples of shave cream, pre-shave, aftershave balm. Here's what they look like right here. Here is the pre-shave cream right here. I got 3 good shaves from this little bit of a sample right here. Really, this is 0.5 ounces, 15 milliliters. This gave me enough for 3 shaves. So not only is it a nice sample that you can try it, but it will travel really, really well. That was the pre-shave. You also can get some shaving cream. I haven't used this yet, so I don't know which one this is. I don't know if this is the green or the blue or the white. I'm assuming because it's green here, it's probably the eucalyptus and menthol Parasso green. And also here's some of the aftershave balm right here. Yeah, these are terrific. You can get these up on eBay, and they're absolutely terrific. I'm assuming the price is going to vary depending on how many you get, that sort of thing. But boy, these are great. They're great for travel. They're great for home. And since we talked about the Parasso pre-shave jar for razor blades, it reminded me to show these to you. These are absolutely terrific. And again, you can get these on eBay. And my thanks to Jamie for passing these along. Thank you very, very much, Jamie. Really do appreciate it. He also sent along a razor that, well, you know what? It really wasn't his cup of tea. As we always say, your mileage may vary. But I love this razor. And thank you very much, Jamie, for sending it along. We've talked about before. It is from Phoenix Shaving. It is part of their Monster Slant series. This one is the La Criatura. Right here, here's the box, La Criatura. Boy, this is fantastic. This is a nice, lightweight, open comb slant razor that's also twist adjustable. Boy, I used this yesterday. It gave me an outstanding shave. I absolutely love these Monster Slant series razors. Not only do I now have the La Criatura, thanks to Jamie Horn, but I also have the Phantom Blue, which is terrific. I like this one a lot. I like the color of this. It's just terrific. And we kicked it off with the El Phantasma. This was the first one that Douglas released. And this one glows in the dark. You may have seen my Halloween review of this. This one glows in the dark. It's terrific. It really is. They're all the same. They just come in different colors and kind of have their own uniqueness to it. Like I say, this one glows in the dark, and the other two are of different colors. And there are about 6 of them that are available. So we have a La Criatura, then we have the Phantom Blue. We also have the Crimson Ghost. That is in red. That is terrific. That's what I would love to get. El Phantasma, which I showed you. We also have, he also has the El Phantasma Naranja, I believe is how it's pronounced. That is kind of an orange color, which is kind of neat. And also the filament, which is clear. It's one of these razors that is clear. So that's kind of neat too. So you got 6 to choose from. I'll link them below so that you can get a view of all of them on one single page if you're interested in getting one of these. I think they're terrific. I love them. Again, a lightweight razor, but boy, oh boy, does this razor do all the work. As you know, I always say 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen, implying that the weight of the razor is going to do all the work. And as a general rule of thumb, that is true, which is why I like razors that have a little bit of heft. But boy, this is definitely the exception to the rule, as is the new Artifact. These razors, I don't know what it is about them, but the razor does all the work. You do not have to press. These razors are absolutely fantastic. And the twist adjustability is wonderful. So you can twist them open almost to about a quarter of a turn. I'll have to check that again. Check the product page again. I don't open them up that much, but I do twist them open a little bit for that first pass to increase the efficiency and a little bit of the aggression. Terrific. Really, really terrific. So this is the La Criatura, the Phantom Blue, the Crimson Ghost, which is in red, the El Phantasma, which glows in the dark, El Phantasma Naranja. I think that means orange. I think. I'm not sure. And the filament, which is clear. So really, really terrific razors, the Monster series from Phoenix Shaving. Jamie, thanks very much for the razor, and thanks very much for the Parasso samples. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, this past Friday, we had a shave with a brush that was provided by the folks at bodybrush.com. Here it is right here. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful handle? Isn't that absolutely beautiful? And here is the real appeal here. This is the mother load knot. That's the name of the knot here. But it's a screw-in system where you can unscrew the knot from the handle. How about that? How about that? And if you want, you can put in a different knot and just screw that in. Very, very neat. Really, really terrific. How about that? This came from bodybrush.com. Now, I'm trying to get links to this particular product. I don't know if this was custom made, if you have to contact them and say, hey, listen, I want the screw-in knot with this kind of handle that you did for Mark, that sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure because I've been trying to message them back and forth, and I'm asking them for the information, for links, and that sort of thing. And I get the impression that this was custom made, and I think they do that up there. Again, they are over in China, as I understand. So the time difference and just messaging back and forth hasn't really resulted in a lot of information. I'm still waiting on the information, and I will post it below as it comes in from them. Very, very nice people, very, very accommodating. They were really very nice to send this along. I just want to get some additional information for you so that you too can get one like this because it was terrific. And this mother load knot was absolutely wonderful. I mean, this is super, super, uber soft. And you can buy this knot without the screw in and just pair it up with another handle, and I think they sell it to you that way. So you can say, I want the mother load knot and I want this handle, put it together, and they'll send it to you that way. I think that's how it works. But really terrific, terrific performance from the mother load knot. Really, really enjoyed it. Now, this other knot here, I'm not sure what the name of this knot is. Again, they haven't sent it to me. It looks like it's about a 24 millimeter knot. And boy, this had a lot of nice backbone, and it really splayed out nicely, but still retained a lot of nice backbone, and it did a great job on face lathering. Really, really liked it. Now, the handle is wood, and it is waterproof. And isn't that a beautiful design? I mean, isn't that just beautiful? Yeah, so it really is a really, really nice synthetic shaving brush system where you get a handle where it's threaded on the inside like that, and you can get knots that are threaded on the outside. They also have a section where they have this system, but with a different handle. So my suggestion is get on their Facebook page and contact them. You can reference this video or the video review I did past Friday and say, hey, that's what I want, and I'm sure that they will accommodate you, because it really is terrific. I really enjoyed the shave with it, but this mother load knot really is my favorite knot with this handle. So it's nice to kind of swap them out, but really this is what really sold me on this brush. Really, really terrific. And I like the handle, fits nicely in the hand. Just love the pattern and the design. And again, it's waterproof, so I'm soaking it in the sink, and I have not had any ill effects from it. So Body Brush. Now, I will also have some discount codes below that they have provided. So the first one is Miradorado 10. That's for an extra 10% off of purchases over $30, and Passion 12, which gives you an extra 12% off over purchases of $100. So I'll have those discount codes below as well. So if you have any other questions, get up to their Facebook page. I'll also link that page below, and you can message them directly and talk to them, because I think this was made kind of a custom made. I think they do that. And again, going back and forth and getting some information from them with the time differences and that sort of thing, and possibly there's possibly some challenges in translating. I really appreciate them in getting me as much information as possible, because they've been very, very kind and very, very good. Just the time differences, and I think maybe going from English to Mandarin and Mandarin back to English, that sort of thing. But it really is terrific, and they really made a nice brush. So this is from bodybrush.com, the Mother Load Knot. Terrific, terrific candles. They got a great selection up there. They also have some other great shaving gear up there. Of course, they have those Shield razors, those Shield Single edge razors, we've talked about those. Those discount codes that you'll see below can also be applied to those razors as well. So my thanks to the folks at bodybrush.com. I'll have a link to their website. I'll also have a link to their Facebook page where you can get more information. Viewer Mark Bagwell checked in with his review of Phoenix Shaving's Clown Fruit Shave Soap. Yeah, Clown Fruit back just in time for Halloween, and Mark had a Halloween shave with it. Now, this is great for Halloween. It's great for the autumn, the winter, actually year-round. It really is a wonderful scent. Anyhow, Mark wrote a review titled Unleashing the Clown. This Halloween shave deserves something special, something deviously wicked, something worthy of the autumn people in Something Wicked This Way Comes. If you don't know who the autumn people are, then shame on you for not knowing your Ray Bradbury. Today was the day for Clown Fruit. First, a pre-shave. I grabbed my favorite, the PAA Cube 2.0. The soap is none other than the PAA Clown Fruit. My razor of choice to face the wicked clown, the Mercur 34G. My blade of choice, Persona Platinum Red, first use. My brush is none other than the Simpson Candy Stripe Chubby 3. The result, a BBS shave that would have made Bradbury proud. But now the finishing touches. A great shave can be ruined by the wrong aftershave and moisturizer. So naturally, I reach for my trusty PAA Clown Fruit Star Jelly. For those who are not familiar with Star Jelly, it's a hybrid between an aftershave lotion and balm. And next, PAA Mysterium Serum. My face has never felt as moisturized as it does right now. So now I'm ready to face what comes tonight, be it the autumn people or little ghosts and goblins at my door wanting candy. If you don't have Clown Fruit in your shave den, then you might not be as ready for tonight as you think. Mark, thanks very much for the great review. He sent along some great photos. Thanks for those as well. And he followed up by saying, by the way, look at the lather. This was with a 14-second brush load and 25-second bowl lather. There was so much lather, I could have done a 6-pass shave. Next time, I'll kick it down to 10-second brush load. Yeah, well, I have it in CK6. That's what I have, Clown Fruit in CK6. And yeah, CK6 just makes heaps and heaps of lather. It explodes off the brush. So I really do enjoy using it, and I really do enjoy using Clown Fruit. Thanks for reminding us of Clown Fruit and that it's available once again. I'll have links below. Thank you very much, Mark. I'm going to use it again. It's terrific. I love the scent. It really is very good. Got a great fruit medley scent. It really is terrific. And yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. So it's available again. I'll have links below. If you missed out on it for Halloween, do not fear. It's great for the autumn season. It's great for winter, even year round. It really is terrific. So I'm going to be using it again real soon. So Mark, thanks again for the review, and thanks again for reminding us that Clown Fruit is available from Phoenix Shaving. Mark Bagwell checked in again, and this time he gave us his thoughts on Phoenix Shaving's Dapper Doc's Lilac and Fig Artisan Shave Soap. Yeah, this is one I've never heard of. I don't recall seeing this on their website. The Phoenix Shaving website is so jam-packed with awesome shave soaps and shaving gear. I'm just so grateful to viewers who send in these links and their thoughts on some of the products, because it's something that is new to me. And I'm so glad that Mark did this with Dapper Doc's Lilac and Fig Artisan Shave Soap. So to me, it's new. It's probably been up there for a while, but to me, it's new. Thank you very much, Mark. And he wrote, I just shave with Dapper Doc Shave Soap, and I like it. It's a gentle scent. If you went to a barber shop back in the Old West for a shave and a haircut, then this is the aftershave the barber would splash on you. Sometimes, if you hadn't taken a bath in a while, means he would probably splash you the second you sat down. I use the pre-shave Star Jelly. It's very slick. Now, this is the Star Jelly Prickly Pear pre-shave. It's a super slick fix made with organic ingredients. Again, this is another pre-shave product I was unaware of. Thank you very much, Mark. We'll link it below. He continues, I did wash with the Cube 2.0 first, as always, but then used the Star Jelly pre-shave in the same way I would use Parasso pre-shave. It's a very good pre-shave. That's in regards to the Phoenix Shaving Star Jelly pre-shave. That's Doc Holliday on the label. No kidding. As the product page states, Holliday had rather refined taste for a gunslinger of his time and known to be a rather snappy dresser, sharp in wit and style. Lilac and Fig, a classy scent reminiscent of Victorian times, and something our outlaw hero Doc Holliday might have bought off the back of a stagecoach that just arrived from back east. Wow, yeah, sounds like a really intriguing scent and something I'd like to try down the road. Mark, thanks for the heads up on this, not only for this, but also for the pre-shave Star Jelly with prickly pear. That sounds great. 2 items I'm going to put on my wish list. Folks, I'll link them below. Thanks again, Mark. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Beth Jones checked in with a couple of items, and she wrote, just another FYI. Sterling Soap first release is live. The release from Sterling is their annual Christmas products. I will link that below. They've just announced their Christmas product lineup, so I'll have the link to Sterling below, so you can just click on that and get over there and see what they have that's new and interesting for the Christmas season. Now, Beth also passed this along, as did viewers Keith Osmond and Chuck Price. And Beth wrote, then there is the email from Blackland announcing the end of the Era razor. Yeah, right here, the Era razor. I've reviewed this. This is a terrific, terrific razor. They're discontinuing it. If you go up to the Blackland site, they write, the Era is being discontinued. While supplies last, save big on all Era items. All Era sales are final. For more on why the Era is being discontinued, read this blog post. Now, I have some other information here. Some of it comes from the blog post. I think some of it came from an email as well. But what they write here is the end of the Era. We're disappointed to announce that the Era razor will be discontinued. The Era is the first product of its kind, mass-produced in 3D printed stainless steel, and we're extremely proud of it. Unfortunately, for reasons outside our control, production cannot continue and we have to cancel the Era. We wish it didn't have to be this way, but it's out of our hands. So they go on to say for the full story, check out their blog and that sort of thing. However, the good news is the Dart razor is coming back. We are releasing a small quantity of darts in the machined and polished finish, around 150 total. Each dart will be individually serialized and the serial number will be engraved on the stand that comes with it too. Yes, that's right. The dart will have a stand for the first time ever. The last and best version of the dart will only be sold as a razor plus stand set. For those that already own a dart, there will be a few dozen stands available without the engraved serial number. We don't want you to feel left out. For those that have hounded us with comments, messages, emails, calls, this is your chance. This is the dart's final song, the last hurrah. Once we are sold out, that's it, no more dart. The sale will take place in the coming weeks, so keep an eye out for our newsletter and social media announcements. So there you go. Thanks very much to Beth and also to Keith Osmond and Chuck Price for the heads up on what's going on with Blackland Razor. There it is. The Era is going away. The Dart is coming back for a limited time, only 150. So make sure you subscribe to their newsletter to get all those updates, because if you want a Dart, this is the last chance to get one. So thanks again to Beth, Keith, and Chuck. Okay, are you a cartridge razor user and you're looking for something for a head shave? Well, viewer Skylar Damron sent along the following regarding the Gillette Baldy. This is a cartridge razor specifically designed for shaving the head. And Skylar wrote, As a head shaver myself, I just thought it was interesting. I don't think Gillette has ever made a razor specially for head shaving. Now, the website is at GilletteBaldy.com. And you can read about the razor at GilletteBaldy.com/the-razor. And here's what it says on the page in part. The first Gillette razor designed specifically for head shaving. Shorter and wider than our typical razor for better control and maneuverability. The offset grip pattern provides a secure grip, wet or dry. Premium chrome-plated aluminum handle, weighted and balanced for quality you can see and feel. Then it goes on to some other specs that they have regarding the handle and that sort of thing. And what it looks like to me is a redesigned handle for the Skin Guard cartridge razor head. And that's what this graphic says that it uses. It uses the Skin Guard for sensitive skin cartridge razor head. Now, this is 2 blades with lubricating strips and a little trim blade in the back. And I've reviewed this, and this is not bad. If I use cartridge razors, either for a head shave or a face shave, I like to use 3 blades or less. I prefer a single edge, a double edge razor blade with 1 blade edge, or my Supply SE for head shaves. I love this for head shaves. It's absolutely awesome. Believe me, this is terrific. I like this Supply SE razor for head shaves a lot. It is absolutely wonderful. However, if you're a cartridge razor user and you're looking for something that's a little different, then the Gillette Baldy might be for you. Just be aware that these cartridge heads can be kind of pricey. Now, I was at my local discount drug mart just the other day. I saw the Skin Guard for sensitive skin cartridge razor heads on the rack there. 4 of these cartridge razor heads, $16. So that's getting up there. So I don't know how many shaves each of these will give you. I really don't know. But I thought it was a rather good cartridge razor. It gave me a nice shave. I've used it for head shaves. It is very good. I will say that. It is very, very good. And if I'm doing a head shave or a face shave, again, I like 3 blades or less. And I think this one with its 2 blades and lubricating strips did a really, really fine job. Now, if you want to take it to the next level and get a handle that is designed more for maneuverability for a head shave, then check out the Gillette Baldy. My thanks to Skylar Damron for sending along the information. Really do appreciate it, Skylar. The Gillette Baldy, I'll have links below where you can check it out. And that wraps up another new wet shaving gear segment for this week. Thanks very much to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's get to some of these questions and comments. Now, as promised, we have some new and exciting information regarding the Phoenix Shaving Artifact Bakelite 10th Anniversary Razor. This razor is being released to celebrate Phoenix Shaving's 10 years in business. And the new information is, well, I'll let Douglas explain because he wrote me this in a message. He also released the information on a Facebook video. But here's what he wrote. I have some news on the Artifact Razor 2. We discovered the razor it's based on. It's the Evermoist. Now, the Evermoist had 2 versions. It had there was a short-handled version for women, and there was a long-handled version for men. And as he writes, as it turns out, it has more tricks up its sleeve. The channels inside the base cap are to hold water and evenly distribute it during the shave. Just submerge it underwater before you shave and allow it to fill through those little holes on the bottom base plate. How about that? Yeah, here's what's going on. It's almost like a self-lubricating razor of sorts. Let me show you what Douglas is talking about. Okay, so here is the base plate here, and here is the cap. We're going to set the cap aside, but you can see how the cap fits so snugly. It's a nice snug fit on that base plate there, okay? So you've got these 2 small holes right here. See those 2 small holes right there, okay, on either side of the main hole, okay? Now, though that will allow water to fill up, okay? So it fills these channels right here in the base plate, right here. It'll fill those channels up, so you have a little extra water in there, and then the water will be distributed through the comb of the razor head here, the base plate here, to kind of lubricate your shave as you go along. How about that? That really is very, very neat. I'm going to put this back together again so you can see how that works. Okay, you can see nice tight fit there. And you have those two holes right there that allow that water to fill up. So all you have to do is submerge this underwater, let those channels fill up, and when you take it out, you have a little extra water for your lather there. That's really very, very neat. What a great feature for this razor. No wonder I'm getting such a great shave. That lubricating, that extra water action might actually be working for me. That is absolutely fantastic. As Arthur Gatsky wrote, he's a viewer, he wrote, "Hello, Mark. The mystery of the razor, the artifact is now kind of solved. Yesterday it was possible to find together with Subi and Douglas more information, but I leave it to Douglas to unveil it." Well, Douglas did. He did unveil this. He explained all this in a Facebook video. I will link that video below so you can see him explain this a little more in depth than what I'm giving you here. About same information, but he'll give you a little more information in that particular video. Arthur continues, "I must say that the artifact is a very precise and detailed reproduction." Yeah, this is absolutely terrific. I love this razor. Again, it gave me such a wonderful shave. And I guess that those water channels in there were really doing the trick. It just delivers such a wonderful, wonderful shave. It really is terrific. John Meyer wrote, "Morning, Mark. Just about every YouTuber seems to have received the new razor from PAA. I am eagerly awaiting the release. I have several of their other razors and find them to all do a good job. I bought the Super Slant razors a few years ago, and because of the very lightweight, had to change the way I shaved a little. This razor, the Artifact, looks to require the same technique. No pressure, just shave. I'm into vintage wet shaving stuff, so this will be a great addition to my shave cave. Enjoy the rest of the week and be safe." John, you're correct. The way to shave with this is very, very similar to the Monster Slant razors that you mentioned. This has a little more weight because of the cap, but yeah, same kind of approach. Just let the razor do the work, and it really delivers a nice shave. Both of these, great lightweight razors, wonderful. Both of these would be wonderful for travel, absolutely no doubt. You could throw this Monster Slant right here, this La Creatura, or the Phantom Blue, or any of the others. You can throw right into your DOP kit. And I don't think you'd have to even put it in a kind of a case because it's such, it's a high impact ABS kind of plastic. And it'll be fine in your DOP kit. Well, maybe you want to put it in a case if you want, but really, I think it would just travel really, really well. Same thing with the Artifact. Although I think you would want to put this one in a case because it's a little more refined, a little more elegant, and it does have the gold-plated brass cap. Really, it's a terrific razor. They're both great. And yeah, just refine your technique a little bit. You don't have to press down. Just lighten up a little bit and you'll be fine. Let the razor do all the work. You don't have to press down. Just use a light touch like you would any other razor and you get a really, really spectacular, wonderful shave. Shaved with the La Creatura yesterday. Oh, beautiful shave. I love the twist adjustability that this offers. It's fantastic. Slant razor, open comb, twist adjustability. Fantastic, fantastic shave. And of course, the Artifact, open comb. It has these channels in there for extra water to lubricate the shave. Bakelite, gold-plated brass cap. What's not to like? Also comes with an absolutely awesome case. Yeah, the Artifact Bakelite 10th anniversary razor from Phoenix Shaving with kind of, with channels in there to retain water. So it'll lubricate your shave, give you a little extra lubrication. How neat is that? Viewer James Sefton emailed me recently and he wrote, "Hey Mark, as you can see, my Scuttle hit the floor today and didn't do well. I think I will get one of the shatterproof from PAA and a few other things while I'm at it." Now I thought, I just said to him, ouch, that really hurts. Wow, it happens, it happened. I chipped my brush Scuttle, as a lot of you recall. I kind of glued it back together a little bit, and I asked him, can you glue that handle back together and just kind of reattach it? And he said, "Mark, no, I'm afraid I can't glue the handle back because part of it just shattered." And that's kind of sad to see. However, it does give us an opportunity to remind everyone, once again, of the shatterproof travel Scuttle from Phoenix Shaving. Boy, this is fantastic. I just absolutely love this. This is shatterproof, you don't have, I mean, you can drop this. It's not gonna break. And it is very, very lightweight. It's great for travel. And the other nice thing is you can microwave water in this. You can fill this chamber with the hot water, fill it with water, and zap it in the microwave. And the plastic really acts as a nice barrier to build a really, really nice warm lather. The lather won't break down as in traditional Scuttles if the water gets too hot. Really, really terrific. I will link to this so you can read the product page and see all that information regarding microwaving it and traveling with it and that sort of thing. It really is terrific. I also like that it's lightweight, and when you put the water in, adds a little bit of heft to it so you have a little more heft to work with. Not overly heavy at all, but just about the right weight to help you build a lather so you can really hold it in your hand if you want to. Really, really terrific. Also, it comes with a bag, a travel bag, where you can put in your extra shave soaps. Like it came with Planet Phoenix shave soap right here, just a little sample, right like that. And I've used that. That's a great, great scent. I also have a couple of samples of CAD that I put in there. So what I do is I just kind of put them in the bowl like that, and I put the whole thing into this bag, and the stoppers right there as well. And then, I can travel with it. You usually see this behind me when I'm doing my shaving reviews. You probably see it hanging there. And it's just ready for me to grab and go if I want to travel with it. Also, this is a microfiber bag, so you can use this to polish your razor, dry off your brush, dry off the travel Scuttle, that sort of thing. So it has a number of uses as well. Not only a travel bag, but it's kind of a travel towel. Really, really neat. And again, good size. Like I say, I just take these samples and I throw them in there like that and I'm ready to go. We talked about the Carasso samples. You could take these and throw them in the bag as well and have a little variety. Plenty of room in the bag, and just throw it in your DOP kit, your overnight bag, however you want to do it. And you're good to go. But I just love the indestructibility of it. It's a great, great quality. This thing is fantastic. And I also love the lightweight quality of it. And you put a little bit of water in there, it gives a nice heft. And again, put some water in there, pop it in the microwave, and you got a really, really nice warm lather there. Let me read the product page to you so you have it. Hang on, let me get the product page. Okay, so here it is. It's called the Intergalactic Indestructible Shatterproof Travel Scuttle by Phoenix Shaving. That's the actual name of it. We just call it the Travel Scuttle, but it is the Intergalactic Indestructible Shatterproof Travel Scuttle by Phoenix Shaving. And emphasis on shatterproof, that's what we're after, and this really is terrific. It's made from polypropylene, and polypropylene has some great heat retention qualities as noted on this page. But here's the other thing that Douglas notes. Use boiling water? I thought that was a no-no, Doug. And he writes, well, historically this is. If you have ever used boiling water in a ceramic Scuttle, you will see very fast that it can fry the foam and really kill any hope of getting a good lather. But with the Travel Scuttle, it's a little different in that regard. The polypropylene works like a buffer and shields the lather from the effects of the boiling water. It just behaves differently than traditional ceramic and tends to rewrite this old rule. I personally don't use boiling water, but it's nice to know that if I need to, I can. 1 minute in the microwave or the tap at its hottest works fine most of the time. And that's pretty much what I do too. I've microwaved this before, but not overly so. You don't want to get it really, really hot. And I don't want to get it really, really hot, but it's nice that you can heat it up just really on the edge and build a really, really nice warm lather. Really, really terrific. But I just want to mention that to you, that the polypropylene acts as that buffer and won't break down the lather, and you get a really, really nice warm lather. So that's another benefit from the Travel Scuttle. Lightweight, you can really heat that water up if you need to, if you want to. Just terrific. And again, it's great for home, it's great for travel. Again, I put the samples in here like this. I put my stopper in there like that, and then I take the whole thing and I just place it in my in its bag here like this, the microfiber bag like that, and then there you go. I'm ready to go. I hang it up on my door, and if I need it, I just grab it and I can run out the door. And now that I have some Proraso samples, thank you again, Jamie Horn, I'm going to throw some of these in here as well. And then I'll have that in case I want to use Proraso. And it'll all fit in here really nicely. And all you have to do is just put it in your overnight bag and you're ready to go. Really a terrific, terrific product. James, a really, really good choice. I think you'll be very, very happy with this Travel Scuttle from Phoenix Shaving. I am. I like it a lot. And as you know, when I'm on camera with a really nice scuttle, whether it be the Starry Night Scuttle, not the Starry Night Shave Bowl, or the Dreamscape Scuttle, or something else that is ceramic, I am really, really careful. I don't want it to slip out of my hand and drop and shatter. So I think if I'm going to be doing bowl lathers, I'm probably going to be using the Travel Scuttle a little more because it's just a little safer to use on camera. I can hold it right up in front of the camera and build my lather and show you how the bowl lather, the scuttle lather is going. And if it slips out of my hand, doesn't matter. It's not going to shatter. The worst that's going to happen is I'll get a little bit of lather and water on the floor. So what? Clean that up. But it's not going to shatter. So that's great. Travel Scuttle from Phoenix Shaving, specifically called the Intergalactic Indestructible Shatterproof Travel Scuttle by Phoenix Shaving. Really nice price point too, less than $30. Really, really terrific. Check it out, folks. James, let us know when you get it. Let us know how you like it. Thanks again. Viewer High Tech Hillbilly wrote, I've only done a couple of head shaves since I started wet shaving. I have an electric razor designed for the head, but sometimes I get lazy and don't use it. It doesn't like more than a couple days growth. When I go too long, then I wet shave it. I love a long-handled razor for my face, but I found a short handle is much easier to handle on my head. Just this week, I got my first couple slant razors, the Parker Semi-Slant and a vintage Merkur 37C. The Parker is my daily for my face, at least for now. The Merkur is relegated to head shaving. Now, he also goes on to say, if I use the long handle, I always choke up when shaving my head. That seems like it just gets in the way. I feel like I have less control with the longer handle on the back of my head. Well, you know what? This kind of falls right into what we were talking about with the Gillette Baldy. They have a shorter handle for more maneuverability when doing a head shave. I'm kind of the opposite, to be honest with you. I like a longer handled razor at times for my head shaves. But again, what I like to go with is the Supply SE single edge injector razor for my head shaves right here. This is what I love using this for head shave. And I find the handle to be probably the perfect size. Now, you mentioned choking up on the handle. I will sometimes do that with this handle, but only because it just has a shape that allows me to naturally grab it choked up like this. it just works that way. I'm not handling this razor at the very end like this. I'm just it's naturally falling into my hand. The shape of this handle and the design of the handle, it's amazing. It really is. It just fits into my hand quite naturally. And I'm able just to, as you say, choke up a little bit and just shave my head. I find myself, choked up on it right here to get the back of my head, and it just works flawlessly. Now, again, the angle is a little different than a DE razor. You just take this supply name that's carved into the razor head right here and just place that against your skin, whether it be the head or your face, and that's about the right angle, about 15 degrees. So it's very easy to find the angle. As they say, built like a tank because it's got some really, really nice heft. Drives like a Tesla because it's very, very maneuverable, and it's very easy to find the blade angle to shave. And it really is terrific. So the two razors that you have, the semi-slant from Parker, that's a terrific razor. I really like that razor a lot. And I have used it for head shaves, but I prefer it for face shaves. The Mercur 37C, I have not used the Mercur 37C. If anyone out there has used the Mercur 37C, and then you can compare and contrast it to the Parker semi-slant, please let us know, or some other slant razors that are out there. Would really be interested in hearing your thoughts about it. But thanks for the comments, High Tech Hillbilly, because it allowed us to talk a little bit more about the Gillette Baldy and also about the supply razor. I understand your point about choking up on the handle. I get that. When I'm using DE razors, I sometimes will use a DE razor towards the end of the handle if there is some good knurling there. But yes, I agree with you. With the Supply SE single edge injector razor, I do find myself choking up on this a little bit, and it's just made that way. It's just designed that way. It just fits into the hand that way so very, very wonderfully well. Natural, easy fit into the hand that I guess you could call it choking up. It's just the way I handle the razor. And a lot of other wet shavers who use this, if you see them on YouTube, you'll probably see them holding this razor very much in the same way. It really is terrific. I like the design. I like the heft. Again, built like a tank, drives like a Tesla, very, very maneuverable. Terrific, terrific, terrific razor. The ones you have are very, very good too. If you get into shaving your head a little more frequently, really give the SE a look and a try. It really is terrific. And I believe they have a trial period of time. If you don't like it, you can send it back. But I certainly love this one. And again, nick stop technology right there, that fin guard right there, really does reduce nicks and cuts. I mean, I shaved with it before cameras rolled. It gave me an absolutely fabulous 2-pass shave, and I did not need much touch-up at all. Just a little bit here and there, and just a really nice, smooth result. Love this for the head shaves. The Supply SE single edge injector razor. The ones you have, hey, if those work for you, absolutely fantastic. That's really great to hear. If you get more into doing a head shave, really, give the Supply SE a look. Thanks again, High Tech Hillbilly. And that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag for this week. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some really wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. So the next time you're online, please pay them a visit. Check them out. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark080, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on my channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, it's another double take cartoon puzzle. Find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.